Russia breaking news. U.S. was involved in bakery strike, according to Russian ambassador. 2 dozen people were killed in a recent attack on a bakery in a Russian-occupied city in Donbass. The Russian ambassador to the UN said on Tuesday that the U.S. is largely to blame. Moscow has accused Washington of being complicit in what it has called an act of terrorism. And Ambassador Vasily Nebenzia made the accusation during a UN Security Council meeting that Russia called to discuss the strike. To support his assertion, Nebenzia failed to provide any proof. A representative from the United States Department of State told Newsweek, when asked for comment, that we hope people see this false narrative for what it is, standard Kremlin nonsense. The Russian Emergencies Ministry reports that a bakery in the city of Lysychansk, which is under Russian occupation in the Luhansk area of Donbass in Ukraine, was shelled on Saturday, killing at least 28 people. Although Newsweek was unable to independently confirm the weapons utilized in the attack, a Russian publication RTVI stated that the hit was most likely executed by Ukraine using a HIMARS system, which is manufactured in the United States. Officials from Kiev have likewise refrained from taking blame. Alexei Podoleshchenko, the regional minister of emergency situations appointed by the Kremlin, was among the casualties. The assault also claimed the lives of 2 local lawmakers, according to Eduard Sokhnenko, the mayor of Lysychansk appointed by the Kremlin. In a statement made on Tuesday, Nebenzia referred to the confession of Vadim Skibitsky, a representative of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, as evidence that the West is not involved and that Kiev chooses its own targets for strikes. This was reported by the Russian state-controlled media outlet RT. The interview that Skibitsky made to The Telegraph in August 2022 was being referenced by Nebenzia. Skibitsky is the deputy chief of Ukraine's defense intelligence. According to the newspaper's paraphrasing of Skibitsky's remarks, he supposedly said that Washington is informed before Ukraine launches a strike and has the power to veto such attacks. So it is quite obvious who was involved in the Lysychansk attack, the Russian envoy added, according to RT. The United States envoy to the United Nations, however, disagreed with Nebenzia's assessment of the bakery event when they met in the Security Council. We have seen the news reports of a strike hitting a bakery in Russia-occupied eastern Ukraine with at least 28 killed on February 3, stated Robert Wood, our deputy ambassador to the United States. Although we cannot confirm this on our own, the U.S. deeply regrets any civilian losses and offers its deepest sympathies to the families of those who have lost loved ones in this tragic incident. Just so we're clear, Russia is the only country that started this war and the only one with the power to stop it right now, Wood said. Yes, exactly. As soon as any attack occurs in one of the Russian-occupied territories, the Russian stooges in the Russian embassy and the UN immediately start blaming each other. Unfortunately, since beginning their unlawful invasion, the Russians have repeatedly done the same thing. It is puzzling that Russia has not been permanently expelled from the United Nations but remains a member of the UN Security Council.